All right, our next speaker is April Schmaltz. April was named President and CEO of Delta Dental of Iowa earlier this year. She has been with the company since 2014, leading sales, marketing, and product development. Earlier in her career, she moved to Iowa from Texas with a role focused on brain injury rehab. During that time, she grew to love Iowa and went back to school to earn her MBA from Iowa State. Schmaltz serves on numerous professional and community boards and councils, including Iowa Healthy Estate Initiative, Every Step, and the Global Insurance Accelerator. April, your incentive has a short backstory, and it kind of relates to Abby's idea of being yourself. So when I go to the dentist, I always request grape toothpaste. According to my coworkers, this is kind of a weird choice. So your incentive is if you go over, you're going to have to use grape toothpaste for the rest of the year.
Well, good morning, everyone. I too am happy to be here, and I realized as Abby was talking that in 1989, I may have had a very similar outfit, but I was in high school, and I'm pretty sure you wore it best. So as Emily said, I have been the CEO at Delta Dental of Iowa since January. And as I was walking through the process of becoming the CEO, I was asked the following question. Throughout your career, which of your degrees have you found most useful? Your psychology degree or your MBA? I responded with my psychology degree. The reality is one thing has remained constant throughout my career, and that has been working with people. So while both degrees have certainly been helpful, I do lean on my psychology degree quite often. So as Emily mentioned, I began my career as a direct care worker at a brain injury rehabilitation, helping individuals with acquired brain injuries regain their independence. While there, I was trained in rational behavior training. And over 30 years ago, I had no idea just how powerful that training would be as I walked through my leadership journey. So today, I'd like to share with you more about the lessons that I learned as I went through my study of people and behaviors. These three key takeaways that I'm going to share with you are some examples of how I choose to live and lead today. So my first takeaway, your thoughts create your emotions. So if you think something's going to be bad, it's likely going to be bad. You know, when I worked with individuals with behavioral challenges, I had a lot of rewarding experiences. But I was also called names. As a matter of fact, one of the individuals really liked to sing her insults to me. I had items thrown at me. I was spit on. And what this taught me was that, rather than just being able to duck a glass of sweet tea, is that our thoughts create our emotions. And they shape what we think, what we believe, what we would expect, and ultimately how we feel. So if we recognize our thoughts, we can better understand and control our emotions. So I brought a prop. I don't know, there's my guy there. Sometimes props are really good ideas until they're not, but I got a reaction, right? This guy. I'm gonna share a little story. So during rational behavior training, the trainer surprised us with a much smaller cockroach that actually looked pretty real and threw it on the table. And everyone reacted differently. One person laughed, one person screamed, one person backed away from the table. We all had different reactions to the cockroach. And what this demonstrated to all of us is that how we all see and think differently is based on our thoughts and our perceptions. So takeaway number 2. During training, I was told that other people don't make me mad, that I make myself mad. And honestly, I thought that was ridiculous. When I started at the brain injury rehabilitation, I was a teenager, and probably a pretty irrational one for sure. And I was convinced that it was everyone else's fault when I was mad. So then as the training went on, I realized I didn't really like other people to have that much control over me, and that was giving other people a lot of control. So by letting those emotions go when I was mad, I was doing just that. This changed my life. And now I'm gonna be the first to admit, that's not easy. It's not easy for anyone, but it's certainly something that I strive to do every single day. My last takeaway that I'd have for all of you is to avoid absolutes. So some examples of absolutes are I always, I never, I have to. And ironically, an example that I've used when talking to some of my team members, even before I worked at Delta Dental, was I always brush my teeth at 7 a.m. And the reality is I do not always brush my teeth at 7 a.m. Sometimes it's 7:01, sometimes it's 7:06, or some other random time. And there are actually only two things that you have to do in life, that you have to do. Anybody want to throw out an idea? Close. One, we all have to die, right? We don't get a choice in that. And the second one is we have to make choices. And a lot of the times when I ask that question, what I get back is that we have to pay taxes. Well, not paying taxes is a choice. The consequences for not doing that aren't so great. But I also want to recognize that not all choices are easy or even something that we want to do. Life does happen. And when life does happen, there are usually choices involved. So we are each empowered to approach decisions with clarity, with purpose, and a sense of responsibility. And our choices remind us that while we may not have control over every outcome, we have the capacity to influence and shape our journey, and even more importantly, the journey of those that are surrounding us. So by removing those absolutes, I'm almost there, from my vocabulary, it helps to shift my mindset because remember, our thoughts create our emotions. So the next time you grab your toothbrush, let it be a reminder not only to brush your teeth, but let it be be mindful of how our thoughts and our language impact not only you, but the people around you. Thank you.